I'm ready whenever, honestly. Awesome. Can you just send me that link whenever you get the chance, please? You were thinking bounce to lower? That very well could be. I think one's so close that it's bound to get hit at this point. It's just a matter of when. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Thank you. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? I believe it's just going to be me today, so. Time to make things interesting. Shall we? All right, market's set to open up in 15 seconds. Let's see what we get. I think we go for London, honestly. Oh, my. Hello. God damn. Yeah, here comes London. Yeah, there it is. No, not yet. It's coming, though. And there it is. London just got taken. Fat SMT here. Also, by the way, we did leave a data high on this 830 candle. So, data, I mean, London lows just got ran. That's what I wanted to see. Fat SMT at London. Left data highs. Let's see, do we have? Okay, we have 10 a.m. pending home sales, orange folder, but might give us some movement. We'll see. We also have this 1 hour gap that could be the potential target if we continue lower. I haven't marked out on both NQ and ES. But as you can see right now, ES is clearly the stronger pair. Like, it's not even close, right? We do have equal lows at London, though, which is a little sketchy. And we have, I didn't even mean to draw this as a trend line, but this is a perfect trend line. But it's just an SMT. So maybe once this gets broken, ES will plummet to London. And then maybe NQ will rebalance into yesterday's equilibrium or this large gap area over here, because we are still inside of this huge balanced price range and fat bearish gap. So let's see. That's only if we won't lower. I'm open to both sides like always, just seeing what the market wants to give me. All right, we have another SMT here at these highs. Fat SMT at this high as well. So now we have SMTs on both sides. So this is something to watch out for. I wouldn't be surprised if we displace lower and start going for that hourly gap if this SMT holds. I wish we edged London though, because it would have been way nicer. Once we flipped that 1 minute candle right here, like if you watched in real time, it was like straight up and then straight down. Once we started flipping it like right around here, I almost entered. I really should have, because I was confident that we were going to go get London. Would have been, like a small, like sized scalp, but it's like, it would have been small, yes, but it was super high probability for me. Like those lows were free as hell to me, but is what it is. You have this SMT, of course, still holding. This is a large SMT, as you guys could see. Now, maybe ES goes and takes data high, and then NQ doesn't, and then we reverse lower, or NQ plays catch up. We will see. All right, first 5 minute candle just closed. Kind of huge divergence between these two candles. It's all right. ES is just that previous day closing price. Let's see if it gets a strong close over previous day closing price. I'm sure it'll go for data highs, which is right here. Looks like it wants to go for it. There we go. But look at how crazy this divergence is. This divergence is insane. Unless NQ just spikes 60 points, I mean, the SMT is going to hold. Dun, 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 dun. Did anybody take those shorts down into London? Did anybody catch that? There is actually some pre-market opportunities, I'm not going to lie, like this 5 minute gap tap and just, or even like this 1 minute inversion, right? Something like this. This would have been clean. Great risk to reward on this trade as well, honestly. Like actually fire. That would have been nice. All right, let's see. Crazy divergence still, I think. What up, Nemo? Nemo money. I wanted to take a data high before I looked to enter a short, especially with how close we got to it. Like, yes, we might just start displacing lower because of how strong the SMT is and how weak NQ is, but it's like we came so close to that data high. It's just crazy. Like, I guess this is a rejection block like crazy, and we're rejecting off of it. So, I mean, it's like, all right. Just not ideal situation, to be honest. Like, I want data high to get ran before I even look to short. Ideally, I mean, if it does start showcasing a very strong willingness to want to go lower, then it's a different story. But right now, it's still a little sketchy. Once ES runs the high, I really think, like, I think he might just fall. I guess maybe. Okay, ES is still holding previous day closing price. SMT is still holding strong. Just want to see data get taken. As you can see, ES is way stronger. Way stronger. What's gold doing? Wow, gold's falling. Damn, shorts to London on gold look. I mean, it's kind of a little late now, but London looks like it's definitely going to get hit. Yeah, hella divergence right now. ES went for it again. Didn't get there. Closed below previous day closing price. Might just go lower now. Damn. Okay. That's pretty unfortunate because I was willing to enter shorts as soon as we, swept out a high. It was just they didn't really offer it to us. We got a 5-minute gap tap here on ES. We have SMT at these lows again. Right. But we have SMTs all over the place, let's be honest. That was a super clean trade. We probably fall down into this gap if I had to take a guess. Super unfortunate, honestly, that I didn't. I wanted the shorts. I wanted those shorts. Just they didn't get offered to me since. Crazy close. Wow. It's a strong close. That 1 hour gap's about to get tapped. I want that 1 hour gap to get hit, but I want to retrace, maybe form a small 1 minute gap here and get a continuation, but it looks so weak it might just go. And it might just hit it, like no pullback. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, it seems. Yeah. Price is just very weak, so. Crazy doji candle there. Yeah, it's gone. That gap's going to get taken. Damn, bro. All we had to do was take out that data high, and I was in. That's just so unfortunate, honestly, but it's okay. So once again, we have another SMT here. There's SMTs all over the place right now. My bias? I don't really have a bias. Let's go, Brody. Bro, I just can't. I just hated how we edged the data high. Like, I wanted to take the short. Like, I was waiting for, like, oh, it's so clean, dude. So clean. Price looks weak as hell, though. I'm not going to lie. Clearly. I wanted to take a short numerous times. Like all we needed was like a 1 minute gap tap and I was in, like super unfortunate. I mean, ES is coming down for London now, right? There's S&Ps all over the place. But I think we're breaking lower. We have yesterday's equilibrium at 662. Yeah, we're just flushing. We edged London. Probably go for it now, if I had to guess. I'd like more of a retrace. Ideally. Damn, I didn't get it. Damn it. I missed my entry. That's insane. I missed all my entries so far. I'm not gonna lie, it's so unfortunate, but next draw is like down here 662. The candle was just straight down, like I knew it too. So unfortunate. It's just falling right down. I wanted to retrace first before we go get this equilibrium of yesterday, but it doesn't look like we're going to get a retrace. Just so weak. Oh, it's crazy. Let's get a retrace here, potentially, before we go hit that gap right here, but just price looks weak. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody caught those. That's big. That's big. I did not, but I'm glad you guys caught that. That's awesome. Let's go. All right. I just caught a piece of that. All right, let's go. Let's go. Just in one runner now. Let's see, 50% of this gap is $6.15. That's where I'll target. Stop at break even. So it's probably, I always get stopped on these runners, and it probably will. That was probably, you know, but it is what it is. Buying my 6th to 7th villa soon. Hey. There we go. We are plummeting. Hopefully price just collapses. Let's go. Let's keep moving down. Let's keep moving down. Where's 50% of this gap at? 613.50. Okay. I'm going to trail aggressively there if we get it. Okay. We just reached it. I'm trailing super aggressively. Honestly, I'm just going to close here. I close there. I'm done. Nice fucking shorts. Simple continuation down into that level that I wanted. I closed my runner there at the 50% of the gap. Crazy fucking move. I missed a couple of my first entries, but I got in on this gap tap. It was cleaner on the 30-second. I don't have the 30-second on here. Oh, actually, I can pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, let me see if I could figure. Let me see. Let me show you guys. Let me break this down. How do I change screen? Hold on. Share screen. Can you guys see this? I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Oops. Let's turn off the. I mean, you guys saw it. I made $830 per account across 5 accounts. So, but here is the trade. I think you guys could see. Let me check. Okay, yes, you can see. Perfect. So we are just clearly displacing, right? Down lower. We have yesterday's equilibrium that we're approaching, which at that point I really was like, okay, we're coming down to it. Price is weak. I want to see it get hit, right? So let's mark that out. Let's make that a different color just to make this easier for you guys. Let's make it red. Okay. All right, so yesterday's equilibrium. Okay, it was different on NQ. Maybe I drew it wrong. Sorry. It should have been. It was at 662.25, and it aligned perfectly with that 1 hour gap. Now the shit's frozen. Great. All right, let's refresh. All right, I may have just cooked myself. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay. I have a better idea. I know exactly what I'm going to do in 1 second. I'm going to have to. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. Present, share screen. Sorry, I don't. Okay. Now I'm sharing both screens. Okay, here we go. So right here, we have 50% of the yesterday equilibrium, as I drew out right here. From this low to the high, right? Then it aligns perfectly with this 1 hour and this 4 hour gap. As you can see right here, 1 hour and 4 hour. So we are inside this bearish gap as well. And we did retrace, right? The way the markets move, the 4 reasons why markets move the way they do is to either hunt liquidity, to generate liquidity, to rebalance to inefficiencies / imbalance, or to rebalance to equilibrium, right? Those are the reasons why markets move. So the reason why I wanted to see this move back higher yesterday is because we swept major sell side, which, as you can see on the daily, this was daily sell side, this is weekly sell side, right? So that's what I wanted yesterday. Then today, as you can see, we get that rebalance, right? Inside of this huge leg, right? Look at the size of this imbalance. It's a 500 point, that's a 2% imbalance, right? So we need to rebalance inside all these 15-minute gaps, the 1 hour gaps, whatever. So we get that. And then we start rejecting. We have S&T at previous day high. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. Then at open, right, we could see the crazy divergence between the two, right? Like, I know we didn't take this data high that ES like made, and if it did, I was all over shorts. Like, as soon as we got this candle closure right here at 940, which was okay, it might have been a little late, but as soon as we get this close below previous day closing price right here is when I'd be in. So right here, I guess. Right? And you see we're reacting. SMT all over the place, right? We didn't even break New York AM high, the 930 high. The 930 high was here, right? We break all this crazy SMTs. You could see the weaknesses. And then we start to fall lower, right? And what do we have? We have all these gaps, 1 hour gap, 1 hour gap, 4 hour gap, yesterday equilibrium. So as this is coming, I see it's displacing and I'm like, oh, well, it hit this. Right, so I missed that, and then I was like, okay, we're still weak. Like, look at the size of these down close candles. Like, they're not showing us any willingness that we want to come back higher yet. At least the objective has not been hit. So we have this previous day equilibrium that I wanted to see us reach, and this 1 hour, 4 hour gap stacked together. So drop it down to the 30-second now, because you guys are going to be able to see with those levels, right? So I just wanted to retrace. We have on this candle right here, we had that 1 minute gap tap. Right here. We have this 1 minute gap tap, and then we have a 30-second gap tap as well, right? So I realized how weak we were, and we edged the equilibrium that I wanted. It was at 662. Right? So here it is. This is where my draw was, and then I also wanted to see 50% of that 50% of that 1 hour / 4 hour gap. That's what I wanted to see, right? So we get this. I usually don't do this, but I entered as we were just kind of like coming up here. Once we tap this 30-second gap and the 1 minute gap, right, at the same time, I was like, okay, we are going lower. So I basically almost top ticked right here. I got a little lower. Let's just say it was here. Right, I had my stop right here. Honestly, it was probably going to be pretty tight because I did not want to see us. So realistically, it'd probably be like right here. Have this, targeting that equilibrium that I have. It would have been just under a 1-to-1, depending where my stop was. But realistically, I didn't even set it yet because I entered and we started plummeting right away. And as soon as we got this down close candle, right, we got this down close candle, I immediately start reducing my risk. Why? Because there's no reason for us to make this displacement, right, that reaction off those gaps, and then come back higher. Then I'm probably going to get stopped. So there's no point anyway. So at this point in time, I reduce my risk right here. So at this point, I have a 6-point stop loss. I was in 10 micros. And then as soon as we got this candle closed as well, I entered 3 more micros, right? 3 more micros. So now I'm in for a total of 13. So that's where I was at. I took off 10 at this equilibrium, yesterday's equilibrium level. So now I have 3 runners. Then I had the quadrants, right? So the quadrant of that 1 hour / 4 hour gap, right? This big gap right here. Here are the quadrants of it. Then I took 2 of my runners off right here at this level, so at 639, and then that left me with 1 micro left, and I took it off. I trailed my stop aggressively. I said I was going to trail my stop aggressively because I wanted to see if we just got a straight flush through. I really didn't expect that, but that's why I said I was going to close it. But I ended up trailing it super aggressively, and then I saw us come down here, and I trailed it to right around here, like just around this level that I was going to get out at anyway. And then I kind of just realized, it's coming back up. I didn't see the, kind of like the cut through that I would have wanted, and I just closed it like a point or two above this level. So that's my trade breakdown. Solid trade, $830 per account. We are bouncing pretty aggressively, and this doesn't surprise me because at the same time we left data highs. We look at the equal highs. We have equal highs in NQ. We have data high on NQ. We have basically equal highs at data highs on ES. I mean, look at the ripper out on ES. Like, it was actually just crazy. We are up. We are up 45 points on ES in 9 minutes. On ES. On NQ, we are up 226 points in 9 minutes. That's freaking insane reaction. Like, that's an insane reaction. So we didn't flip the 5-minute gaps. We created a 15-minute gap on NQ, but not on ES. I'm kind of upset that the initial trade ideas I wanted to go short, like, they played out so perfectly, which, obviously makes me happy. It's just I didn't just jump all over it. That's the thing with trading. Like, when you see a trade that you really like, right? When you see something, and once you get that market experience and like intuition, and like, you just know. You can't hesitate. Like, you see something you like, you just jump on it. That's it. Because the second you start like waiting and guessing or whatever, and like trying to calculate your risk perfectly, like, you're like, it's going to move too fast sometimes. Like, if you're on sides, it's probably going to move too fast. And that's what happened with me. Like, I was on sides, like, I knew exactly what I wanted to see, and it was giving it to me perfectly. And it just ran without me because I was trying to like figure out how many micros. When in doubt, like, realistically, you got to understand, like, for I think it's every mini, so every 10 micros, I think it's every 10 points is $200. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see. Okay, let's see. This is 20, and let's do 10 now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Every 10 points is $200. So you kind of have to like take that into account. So if it's a 20-point stop loss, right? If you have 500 risk, you could do like, 13 micros. If you have if your risk per trade is like 1,000, then you could do like 25 micros or like 2 minis, like whatever it is. The thing is with me is I like to trade with micros because it allows me to hold runners. Like, because I am not usually trading with, I'm not usually trading with more than a micro if I would. Like, if it's, more than a mini, but I rather do it in micros because then I can't hold a runner. So that's the reason why I like to trade micros. The one bad thing about trading with micros, and I really recommend you guys to do, is always chart on the mini chart, like the NQ1. Always do your chart work there. Always watch for your levels there. Never do it on MNQ. Why? Because there's going to be times where NQ reaches the level and MNQ doesn't. Or so honestly, sometimes vice versa. So you have to have both up. Like, you have to be watching both. And that's why I always have, like, I'm not at my actual setup right now. So I have my laptop and then I have my one monitor in front of me. But what I like to do is I have my trading view up here on this monitor that you're on right now. And then I have my Top Step X, which has my MNQ here. So like if like NQ takes the level and MNQ does not, like, I immediately, like, it depends, because sometimes like it'll be a break even spot or like a close position spot. But let's just say it's a final take profit. what I like to do is I immediately just hit flat and all. Or if I'm trimming, I'm doing it. The second one of them hits, you just got to do it, because there is going to be times, and there has been countless times for me where I've gotten cooked on that. And like, that's the last thing I want. Is it really worth maybe the couple extra points you lose out on? No, it's really not. So it's like, you got to have them both up. And I've learned that lesson so many times. So definitely got to be aware. Yeah, of course. Hope that little trade breakdown was insightful for you guys and made sense. I am just a continuation trader, and for the most part, I didn't get the entry I wanted, so I ended up just waiting for something a little simple down into some clear draws lower that I had. And not ideal, but honestly, one thing I like to do as well, like I said, if you want to calculate your risk and like you can't get into the position because like it's moving fast, just enter. Like, you got to know, like I was saying before, sorry, is that you have to know like one mini is however many points is $400 for 20 points, right? So you just kind of have to guess. Like, if the stop loss is like going to be like 27 to 28 points, that's why a lot of times you see me going like this with this tool. It's just like I'm just seeing like how large it is, and I'm kind of calculating like in my head, right? Like what, how large of a stop loss it's going to be and everything, and then you kind of just have to guess. But when in doubt, you just get in a couple less micros. Like, if you're like, oh, it might be like 13, but I'm not sure, it might be 12. Just take 10. Just take 10, because you're going to be more pissed off if you miss the entire move rather than if you miss, like, or if you just don't have as much size on. Like, yeah, it sucks. You wish you had your size, but like, if it's going to move that fast and it's going to move in your favor that aggressively, like, you may as well just catch it quick. And what I like to do is I like to add, like, for example, once we got this, where is it? I think I showed it on this 30-second. Once I got this candle closure, just basically confirming that we were going to make the next look lower, I added 3 more. And that's it. Very simple. But the only thing is, sometimes like you have to understand it's going to move your break-even point. So it's either you have to understand you might lose a couple extra dollars if it comes back to break-even you, or you just trail it to wherever it moves your break-even spot to, and just accept that, that's where it's going to be. Anybody have any questions about the trade? About anything I just said? Anything at all? Damn, nobody's got any questions. I guess everybody knows everything I said. Am I that good of a teacher? You guys understood everything perfectly. I think we probably make another leg higher now. I want to see those data highs too get hit. see. What's gold doing? Wow. Okay, so it didn't end up hitting London, but it edged it to the tick. I mean, probably if you took it, you take that when it hits there. But that's kind of foul, I'm not gonna lie. But I'd see. Oh no, I didn't take it on MGC either. Wow. I was gonna say, wow, that would have been a perfect example of what I was talking about before, where the micro chart may or may not take it and the other one does. I want market to come lower. I really do. I want to see market full on retrace. I want to be able to get in some good long term like positions. I want this thing to plummet. Messed up to say and it's kind of selfish, but for someone who's my age, young, you kind of have time on your side. And I know I'm about to get fried for saying I'm young. Let's hear it. Come on, guys. Let's hear it. If you're above 20, you're basically an unk online. Bro, 20 is young. How is that unk? You can't even drink alcohol. I don't get people online, man. It's just like what is young then? Like, do I have to be 15? I do want to see us make that next leg higher. Do. Guys, what should we do? Should we gamble on stream? Should we gamble with fake money? Shall we? Shall we play some blackjack? Well, Price is just doing a whole lot of Nathan. What is the website that everyone uses? Stake? I don't even do this ever. Let's see. Whoa. I don't even know what that means. Do they not have blackjack here? Can I just play for fun? Bro. I don't have enough following for them to pay me. They're not going to give me money. Y'all come into the stream and don't even be following me on Instagram. So I ain't never getting no partnership. I'd be dropping you guys sauce and maybe in the future. Maybe I had some big things in the works. Bro, if I was just a girl, if I was just a pretty girl, I know I would have way more viewers. That's it. I hate to say it, but it's true. I love how I see Legendary Banana follows me as soon as I call them out. That's mad funny. But I appreciate the follow. Good man. I actually post some good stuff on my what's it called, on my Instagram. Yo, Banana, you know Yuri? How do you know Yuri? Yeah, if you're an attractive girl who trades, it's free following. Yeah. Yuri's my boy? Really? Damn. He lives right by me. That's how I know him. Yuri's a good kid. Yeah. I've gone out with Yuri a couple times. It's kind of crazy. Look at this straight consolidation, man. Like, what is going on? You used to compete in Fortnite tournaments? Where did he live at that time? Like, what state? I want to see this next leg higher already. I mean, this is just... Price should make that run higher. I mean, he's in Nevada? Damn. I don't think I knew that he lived there, but... All right, we have like these kind of relative equal highs on ES here. Like I want these to be ran, and then I want data to get hit. Honestly, though, I don't know how some of you guys, I say it every day and I still don't get it, how some of you guys be living up in these northeast states or just up north and like, I mean, I've been here for a couple of days. I'm going insane. I grew up here, but it's like, it's not it. Like, it's just so depressing all the time and there's nothing to do. It's just so cold. You don't want to do anything. Rather than down and, you know, you just go to the beach, you go to walk outside, you could do anything. You want to do stuff because it's nice out, you know? Here, it's just like you're screwed. I live in Canada and there's snow outside my window right now. Yeah, I mean, it's not even snowing. It's not. Okay, so I used to go to school in upstate New York, and I'm not kidding. There was snow on the ground every single day, from like November to like March, February, like, and it was zero. Like I never wanted to do anything, like ever. And, like it was just like not it. And then now I live down in South Florida, so total switch up. I kind of realized what I wanted and what I didn't want. That was kind of like, I guess I needed that to kind of know that I don't want to be in New York anymore. Like okay, don't get me wrong. In the summer, it's really nice. Like it is nice. But the problem is the winters are just fucking like it's just horrendous. Like I just can't do it. Upstate winter's terrible. Oh my gosh. There's actually no words to describe it. And I know like some people live in Canada here. I mean, I don't even want to know what that's like. I'm sure in the summer it's absolutely gorgeous, but like hell no. Hell no. All right, I guess price doesn't want to make that next leg higher yet. We shall see. Let's see what we got. Right now, we've been consolidating for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. You see some movement. Either direction. I mean, we do have near game lows from yesterday, kind of a little below where the low a day was. It's at 516. So if we want to go lower, that could be a potential target. If not, we make the next leg higher. That's fine by me too. We did get a lot of movement right away. Like we dropped 280 points, and then we kind of rebounded like 225. So it's like price can't just rip back and forth like that with no consolidation. So I kind of get it. So right now we are kind of consolidating, probably getting a little tighter before we make the next move, but we got that move lower that I did want to see. So let's see. Right now we're just sitting right in the middle of the range. So see, market just can't pick its direction yet. Straight consolidation. All right, predictions. Where do we think price goes first? New York AM highs or New York AM lows? It's a guessing game. Where do we think? Nobody's got any opinions? Damn. There's no right or wrong answers. No one knows. Lows. I'm feeling highs, but I could very well be wrong. Yeah, listen, it's just a guessing game at this point, right? I don't know. I don't have an answer. You think it'll retrace, then go back down? Interesting. We shall see. Personally, I want data highs. That's me. It's just me guessing here. I don't really know. We're stuck in the middle of a range, but Short, I feel it dumped to previous day low, but we also reacting to the weekly bullish gap, so I don't know. Very valid. Valid. It dropped crazy around 4 to 5 a.m. West Coast. So what is that? 1 to 2 a.m.? What dumped crazy? I don't see that. Tell Moore to go live on his own damn YouTube channel for his own company. I mean, I can't tell him that. I asked him if he wanted to hop on today because Caitlin wasn't going to be able to come on, and he said he's home and there's no chance because I think he's flying home today, which I understand. You know. All right, looks like we might be making a push towards those data high. Let's see. I'm going to let Moore know you said that. Let's see what he says. Why do the markup tools suck? Oh. All right, let's see. We should get it here. We should go for the data high now. We got displacement out of this range on ES. The only thing is, once again, we have an SMT. It should get broken here, though. If it breaks, we should pop. Should get broken. Want to see it broken with speed. Want to see speed here through that high. Want to see NQ attack these equal highs right there. And ES go and attack data. Nothing yet. Rejecting off previous day closing price. Tapping into this 1 minute gap here. Yo, Subtoro Tangle, whatever. Where is there a drop? I don't see any drop around like 4 or 5 a.m. West Coast time. I know it's like 1 to 2. Where is there a crazy drop? Here? No, 1 to 2 is like here. Is that much of a drop? Like, I guess like 75 points. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but I want to see us go attack these highs. I want these highs to be taken out. All right, let's see. Might be gearing up for it. NQ's just lagging. It looks like ES really wants it, but I might be wrong in time. That big drop is what I mean. The big drop was at New York Open. This was all at look. This is 9:30 right here. This is 9:30 to 9:50. That's only the first 20 minutes of market open today. Demand zones? What demand zones? If you're referring to these boxes, demand zones, I don't trade supply and demand. These are just gaps, 1 hour gap, 1 hour, 4 hour gap. I think that's what you're probably referring to. But yeah, no, that's not supply and demand zones. Once again, this S&P is holding. Look, did we create an equal high perfectly? 828. 828. Okay, so these are equal highs. We have equal highs on NQ. So the S&T technically is still valid. What do I gotta do? Come on, just run these highs. I'm not in this, but I just want to see these highs get ran. I want to see these highs get ran like the town bike, you know? If you know what I'm saying. They gotta get ran. They be ran through. These highs need to get ran through. All right. Looks like we're getting a solid reaction out of these gap taps. Initially, let's see if we get any follow through now. Created a small 1 minute gap on NQ, nothing on ES. Let's see. We would want to see this get inversed for us to run. Once we run these equal highs, ES will run those data highs as well. But obviously there's still a fat divergence between the two. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I mean, crazy divergence here. New sub, like your channel style, learning lots. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. My personal channel is the highlighted under my face. It's my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok. That's my name for everything. So throw some follow, show some love. Trying to grow my personals as well. You know, I like to post videos and content, like educational stuff, and you know, sometimes, you know, when you get no love on your post, you've been posted for a while, it's kind of, you know, disappointing. So I do appreciate when people show some love, drop comments, follows, and all that stuff. Keep me going. So it's hard because I don't even know what content people like to see. Like educational content, people don't even like anymore. Like I know, like a lot of people, they see trading content, they're just like skip, like right through. Like it's like you got to just LARP. I mean, and I'm not a LARPer, so. All right, let's get this delivery. Let's go to these highs. Let's run these highs. What we're all waiting for. Focus equals fixed on cause until success. I like that. I like that. The content as well. If you act like TJR and stream a bunch. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I don't want to be the next TJR. I don't want to be the next, so-and-so. I want to be me. I'd like to fuck around and yell sometimes, but, sometimes I don't, and I want to be serious. At the same time, it's I am creating a digital footprint for myself, and I know a lot of people, not that I really care about what other people are saying or whatever, who's seeing my videos, but it's I don't want to act like a person I am not when I'm on camera, a lot of people I know who I am, and I'm not gonna if I start acting up, they're gonna be like, this is not how you are, and I'm gonna be like, I know, I did, I don't want to act like that, if you know what I mean. Because then it's bro, if you look at TJR, it's people see him on the streets and they come talk to him, and he gets almost socially awkward, and meanwhile this guy's screaming the craziest shit on camera. It's a whole switch up. I guess it's marketing, yes, but it's bro, then you see him in person and you say anything to him, and he's literally not even what you think he is. He's literally not at all. And it's I don't know. I don't want to be like that. I want to be genuine and, just who I am. But the problem is that, a lot of people genuinely just don't care for that, and they don't like it, or, they won't, whatever. I mean, that's fine. I'll figure it out, keep posting. I'll get the right audience eventually. But it's also, this industry is just saturated with so many people that just LARP and scam and stuff, and a lot of people just don't genuinely even know who the actual people making money are in trading, and the people that actually know what they're talking about. Most of these people, or a lot of these people, just don't even make any money with their trading. So they're just selling courses, mentorships, whatever, and it's they're not actually making money trading. And then there's people like me who do make money with their trading. That's what I do full time, and just being genuine, and sometimes it doesn't get you where you want, so you gotta stick to it. Eventually, I'm sure it'll work out. Yeah. It is saturated with scammers for YouTubers that made money. Yeah. Glad I found everyone like you. That should be your slogan. I actually make money on trading channel. LOL. The real trader. Yeah. I mean, that would be funny. Where are we going, T? Bro, I've been saying I want data highs on ES. I do. And I want these equal highs taken out on NQ. To be honest, I'll be shocked if we don't get them. We bounced all the way back up from the bottom. Those draws should be clear as day. I just don't understand why we wouldn't go take them. I mean, we're just rejecting previous day closing price right now on ES, and we're failing to get an inverse of this 1 minute gap on NQ. But as soon as we get, a strong close above, we should see these highs get taken. You've taken nothing. I thought you caught that pre-market short. The pre-market short was clean, bro. Right to London. All right, we should run these highs now. We got the close above. We're 2 points away on ES. Just run it, and then I could just be done for the day. Yeah, that short you took pre-market flushed. Yeah, it did. But you took a W, right? Oh, and evals? Okay, okay. It's still a good trade, bro. I wish I took it. Ah, I gotcha. There we go. Equal highs hit. Data highs hit on ES. There we go. I've been saying it for a minute now. I called that shit down here. CL, isn't that crude oil? No, I actually have traded like once or twice, but I mean, like it hasn't been good recently. I mean, unless you were in shorts on that, I mean, that would have been nice. But like, dropped almost 1%. Like, what am I? How am I supposed to trade this? This shit, bro. This shit, This is literally just like, I don't even know. That's doo doo. All right, we got more equal highs right here on NQ. I wonder if these get ran. Crazy divergence still, like insane divergence. It's the only problem. These equal highs got ran. Data highs got ran on there. S&T. Look how many S&Ts we got. Like the S&Ts right now are infinite. Like actually infinite. That's why it's like I want to see these highs get taken out. They're relative equal. If we show S&T at previous day high. Yeah, it's like watching paint dry. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I literally call this out to you. As soon as we inverse this gap and get a candle closure above it, we're going to go run these highs. I literally said this. Like, anyone could have taken a trade like this. Could have just gone, break even here, targeted, these, I guess, 1 minute equal highs, or, even left it to here. The only thing is I wouldn't like leaving it to here only because of the fact that this is an S&T before, so technically it is a protected high. So can it run it? Yes. Should it run it? Yes. Is it going to? Maybe not. So, but otherwise, the risk to reward in this trade is fucking phenomenal. As soon as we break these equal highs, it's just like you go break even, right? You go break even at those highs, and then, listen, at this point, it's just like it was free. At this point, the trade's 60. Like you could just like almost close it out there. Like it doesn't really matter. You still would have hit for like it's still almost 2.5 R, just on simple trade. Or you could trim some. You let it go. Like it just the S&T is just sketchy, but they are relative equals, so it should get ran. Doesn't mean it's going to, but just got to keep that in mind. This was a fire trade, honestly. If anyone took this. Did anyone take it, actually? That would be fire. We have a devil's mark on this candle right here. Oh, wait, actually, we don't. We did get one tick higher. Usually devil's mark will indicate, like, we might go back and grab the liquidity there with no upper wick, but we did end up getting it. Look, S&T is still there holding. There's S&Ts everywhere. Where's the 930 open? Yeah, it's like all day there's just been like S&Ts all over the place. Yeah, it did go pretty quick, but honestly, it was super clean. Like as soon as we got the candle closed, it was just boom. Just that shit was just gone. This candle right here was what? 35 points on its own, followed up by another 22. Sheesh. Equal highs right here. Clear as day, good break-even spot. Like I said, it might get you might get break even if you didn't take anything off. Oh, what the? that? Oh, there we go. Might get break even diff. Because that was a protected high technically with the SMT. And yeah, it would have got break even if you didn't trim. That's why when you see it struggling to like go, like when it's this close, for the extra, I mean, how many points is it? 6? 6 points. Like you just take it off. Especially when you already catch 2.3 R, like, or at least trim majority. You know, like it's really not worth it unless you're on evals. Yeah, this is why we trim. Yeah. We don't just trim out of nowhere, but it's like right here. We had these equal highs right here. You see clear as day S&T, right? Like, you know, NQ's so much weaker. We just swept data highs out. Like, the odds of us returning back down lower on this, like today's day, is just like there's probably a high probability, you know. So once we get up here, you know, and you see us stalling, it's just like you just get out. What do I try to average profit per day? I try to only take one good trade a day. And I risk. So I just took a payout yesterday. So right now I'm risking about, it's not much, but I'm risking like anywhere between like 750 to 850 on a trade per account. So across 5 accounts. This is dump. Look at this sell-off. Right after data highs gets taken. But yeah, I don't really have like a set like profit like target on the day. It's like I feel like that's it's not the right way to go about trading. But return right back into the range. Kind of clips. But macro just opened up. I'm done trading for the day. I think I'm just going to hop off here. You know, data highs and those equal highs to get hit, which was exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to jump off here, guys. I will be on tomorrow. Thursday, I will not be on, I don't think. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Friday. I don't even know if the markets are open, but I'm going to hop off here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you all are green today. Hope you all learned something. But peace out.